All right, we've got another pretty interesting and sort of out there EV for you guys today. And this fella is from our friends up north, yep, Canada, and it's called the Avvenire Spiritus. And it's a little bit crazy in mostly good ways. Well, except for one. There's one really bad crazy about this thing, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree, and more on that in a second. Oh, and I'm not making this up. This thing mines crypto. Yeah, seriously. What's up, Motorheads, and welcome back to Gearbox Pizza. So, it sort of feels like we've been talking a lot about three-wheelers lately, and that's mostly because our pals over at Aptera, well, they're doing some fine work, and they're actually getting somewhat close to production. And I'll admit, I've sort of become a big fan of what they're doing, but now there's a new three-wheeled auto cycle to discuss, and I'm sort of digging this one as well. Okay, so what's with the whole three-wheel thing, and why is it important, you ask? That's a great question. You see, here in the States, three-wheeled vehicles are more or less categorized with motorcycles, and because of this, well, they're not subject to the same strict safety standards that our four-wheeled friends are. That means way less money needs to be spent to make these things pass crash tests and all that stuff. So that's both good and bad. On one hand, it allows us, the rabid consumer, access to some truly unique and special kinds of vehicles. And yeah, on the other hand, the question needs to be asked, just how safe are these things? And if you ask me, it sort of depends on how you look at it. Personally, and I'd also implore you to take a similar view to these, to me, these are like, well, a safer and enclosed version of a motorcycle, and not really a bizarre and potentially less safe kind of car. Anyway, enough about that. So, this thing looks fast, right? Well, is it? The short answer is yeah, it's mega fast, but it's complicated. You see, remember at the beginning of the video when I said there's one really bad and crazy thing to discuss? Well, it's time. Okay, this fella is capable of going to 60 miles an hour from a standstill in 1.8 seconds, which is just stupid quick. But it's gonna cost you, and when I say it's gonna cost you, I mean it's really gonna cost you. There's two versions or trims of this thing. There's the Deluxe, which is the entry-level version, and then there's the Ultimate. And just as the name would suggest, yep, this is the top dog, the flagship. It comes with all sorts of speed and goodies, but it's gonna cost you, all right, like deep breath, $150,000. Okay, stop. Look, there is some good news. The Deluxe version, well, that's only gonna cost you like 23 grand. So I've thought about this a bit, and I just don't think that I've ever seen a bigger range in price with a single model. I mean, what's the price difference between like a base Cayman and a GT4, for example? I mean, so you get my point. Anyway, I'm sure you're wondering what you get, well, or don't get for the price, right? So let's take a look. The $150,000 Ultimate is all-wheel drive and puts out a combined 449 horsepower, which is just a crap ton for something this small. And as I said earlier, 0 to 60 comes in 1.8 seconds, and top speed is limited to 105 miles an hour. On the other side, the $23,000 Deluxe is front-wheel drive and puts out 204 horsepower, which is still plenty for something like this if you ask me. Obviously, it's going to be a good clip slower, but acceleration is still respectable at 60 miles an hour coming in 5 seconds even. Top speed is also a touch slower at 87 miles an hour, but that really shouldn't be much of an issue. Alright, so what about the range? Well, good news here, guys. The cheaper Deluxe version is going to get you 249 miles of range from a 34 kilowatt hour battery. While the big bucks Ultimate, well, it's going to get you 300 miles of range from a slightly larger 40 kilowatt hour battery. I mean, these numbers are good. Plenty of range either way, but I gotta be honest, for the money, I was sort of expecting a bit more range from the expensive one, but hey, it's probably just not needed at all. I mean, I doubt you're gonna be driving more than 300 miles in a go on this thing. And on top of that, and according to their website, this thing can recharge fully in under 2 hours. Now, it's also pretty light with both models coming in at 1,323 pounds. Not sure how they can both weigh exactly the same, but whatever. Both models will be offered in your choice of black, blue, or red, and there's apparently several different interiors to choose from, and even more with the Ultimate, but I'll be honest, I mean, they all kind of look like the same different version of black to me, so. There's also a bunch of standard goodies with the Deluxe featuring a smart key with remote starter, there's an alarm system, daytime running lights, you get a modern Bluetooth stereo, 4-point seat belts, and some cool Swan style doors. The Deluxe is riding on 17s up front with an 18-inch wheel in the back. And then there's the Ultimate, so it comes with all the same goodies that the Deluxe version comes with, along with some other cool stuff. There's some carbon fiber bodywork and wireless charging. And then there's some autonomous driving tech that looks like it's only available with the big boy. There's also a co-pilot screen, which is, we're kind of seeing more and more of these days, and I'm cool with that. You also get some bigger wheels. You got some 19s up front and a 21-incher out back. Okay, and then there's this whole crypto mining thing, and now I hesitated even mentioning this whole crypto thing because honestly, well, it just sort of sounds like some clickbaity sort of thing that their PR department told them to include. I mean, what's next? Should my next blender be able to mine crypto? I mean, why is this even a thing? It can't be all that great at mining crypto, can it? I mean, think about it. Mining crypto is all about power and power costs these days, and as far as I know, mining crypto is not all that lucrative right now. All right, yeah, I'll say it. This is just dumb, and I think we're just better off ignoring this for now. Anyway, crypto mining aside, I think this is a seriously cool and potentially very, very fun EV. Now, let's just sort of forget about the mega expensive one. I mean, 150 grand, seriously? Nah. But the $23,000 version, which can be brought down to $21,500 by pre-ordering, is just all sorts of win, man. I really hope this thing turns out to be real because at that price, this should be a huge, huge win. Deliveries are set to start in 2023, and there's a whole bunch of pre-orders already, with more to come, I'm sure. Let's just hope this thing is real and they can deliver.